9, 8.
What is going on, everybody?
Hey guys.
Jonathan and Vanessa here. We are live on Facebook and YouTube. This is our first time doing this, so if you guys can hear us or see us and everything, let us know. Perfect. Awesome. We see the comments here. We are going to be reading all the comments, and we will feature some. Just like this, we'll pop it up on screen here. What's going on, Beefmeister? And we got Samurai in here as well. So we'll pop some comments up on screen as we go throughout the night. Anybody who has any questions specifically about the episode or just about us in general, feel free to write them in the comments. We'll be reading as we go along. First thing, we want to make a couple quick announcements. If you haven't already, please go subscribe to the YouTube page, youtube.com/WVPara. We will be doing a big giveaway when we hit 500 subscribers, and we're getting really, really close. So
hopefully tomorrow night
yes,
at the Haymond house we'll be able to do it. So
we'll be doing the announcement of what we are giving away for 500 tomorrow night at the Haymond. So stay tuned for that.
Yeah, it's definitely worth it. So make sure you check it out.
So if you haven't seen any of our Facebook posts, we will be doing a public investigation at the Haunted Haymond House tomorrow night, Saturday, September 11th, from 8:30 p.m. to midnight. So we will be going to help Teresa do a little fundraising and let some people experience the awesome location. So anybody who's interested and you're in the area, if you're within driving distance, it's only $20, and you get it the entire time, and you get to be there with us. And we're going to have all of our equipment. So, I mean, who could ask for a better time?
And you will get to see Scott. He is going to show his face for that one. So
yes, Scott will be there. So if you have any questions, hit us up on Facebook or on YouTube if you have any questions. And I'm playing. This is a brand new software, so I'm just playing with all the different features we have here. So bear with me if I screw anything up here. Let's go back over here. Hey, the Haunted Haymond is here. Teresa, how are you? Glad you could join us. Thanks for letting us have the opportunity to be a part of this awesome place. So we're excited to feature it again and help out tomorrow night. So what we're going to do tonight is we are going to watch our episode, Forgotten Relics, that we filmed at the Haunted Haymond House. We're going to watch it. We're going to give some background. I'll probably pause it and we'll tell some behind the scenes stories, or we'll show some or tell some reactions that we didn't have a chance to do in the episode. If anybody has any questions as we go through, like I said, write them in the comments and we'll answer them the best we can. We are going to watch the entire episode here, and hopefully everybody gets to jump on and check it out. It's one of our favorite places, like I've said, and this episode is it. It really is. So if anything, like I said, is too loud, too soft, or you haven't really done this before, if you can't see us or you can't see something else, let us know. Sorry, I'm rambling. But,
yeah, JJ gets a little crazy on his off-brand White Claw.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we're having a couple adult beverages tonight, so we're going to start the episode here. And what's up, Haley? Haley's always a supporter. We appreciate that. And she's tagging some friends. We really appreciate that. So we're going to start the episode here. If you do know anybody who's interested, definitely tag them so they can drop by and join you. Let's add the episode to the stream. We're going to go into a little tiny box over here. And then you'll be able to see the episode. And we'll have some fun. Let's have some fun.
Yeah, if this is super loud, let us know.
And if we get laggy, I apologize. Our internet is not the best.
Is it gonna work?
Well, hold on a second.
I think we already froze.
Yeah, like I said, it's going to be pretty laggy. It's working on there.
What the heck?
It's letting you guys see it, but we can't actually see the video playing. Let's see.
Well, we're completely frozen on YouTube. Can Facebook?
Oh, there we
are. Technical difficulties.
Scott has access to the account, and he was a little hesitant to join us.
I told him.
So now he's going to make fun of our lighting.
I said we have this big freaking circle in the background, but John didn't listen.
Well, you could have been on here with us and helped us set it up.
Yeah, Scott, this is all your fault.
What was the scariest moment there? If you haven't seen the episode, just stick around to the end. I promise you, it's worth it. You'll have no doubt what the scariest moment is for sure.
It was way scary in person too.
Yes. So let me try this again.
We'll get to it at some point.
There we go.
It's not a big deal.
Yeah, there'll be a lag before
Okay.
you can see it.
It's so crazy.
Yeah, it's going to be glitchy.
We're just gonna like slowly watch. We didn't test run this.
Yeah, Samurai. This is the first time, so there's going to be some hiccups along the way. As a paranormal investigator,
We're just gonna watch Scott for a minute.
countless untold hours traveling the back roads of America. During those travels, you pass through town.
We're like live on Facebook still, like we're moving.
Yeah, I know. We were moving a second ago. Then it froze up again.
What the heck? I'm just gonna blame Scott.
After town that seemed forgotten by time.
Okay.
One of those towns
Is it
is
slowly
Sutton,
kind of
West
working?
Virginia. It seems to be working. Is it working for you guys? Slow motion. Yeah, no, Scott.
Sutton
harbors a location that is just.
Like what if we disappear? Can we just talk? Would that help?
That location is the William Edgar Haymond house. All right, I don't know why it's being so laggy and jumpy.
What if I use like my hotspot or something? Would that work better? Instead of the Wi-Fi?
Maybe you have the tablet.
Yeah, I can go grab it. Oh, it's in the car. I can do it from my phone.
No, you can't.
Dang. Okay, I can go get it.
All right, technical difficulties. Vanessa is running to get a hotspot so we can try it and see if it makes any difference. The audio is pretty low. We're using a new mic tonight, so if it's too quiet, let us know. Hey, John, thanks for jumping on. John is an awesome investigator that we hope to work with very soon. He's out on all these adventures, and we're jealous. So hopefully we can set something up with his team soon. But thanks for jumping on. We appreciate it. Oh, the video is too low? Okay, I can change that. That's not a problem. All right, so as soon as we get the hotspot set up here, we'll try it again and see if it makes any difference. Yes, we definitely need to get together soon, for sure.
Yep.
Right.
Sorry, it's loading slowly. Okay.
We'll just sit here and drink until we get it back up.
Yeah, it's loading.
Yeah, it's showing like very bad connection here. Unstable, yeah. So.
Yeah, we definitely need to get together. I've been trying to watch their live stuff, so.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
How is Fairfield? If you guys are still watching.
Yeah, John, if you're still here, what was Fairfield like? We've been talking about going there all year. We haven't got to yet, but it's definitely on the list.
Okay. And what? It went away.
We're still live.
Can you guys still see us on Facebook? Facebook just booted me. Okay, it's on, so you just gotta connect to it. And the password is like 7. I changed.
We're both drinking basic white girl drinks tonight. Vanessa has wine, and I have off-brand White Claw.
Yeah.
I'm trying to watch my figure, so we'll see.
Okay, is it connected? It says it is.
Yeah, it's connected.
Okay, well, I guess we'll give this
Let's
a try.
see if this works.
Fingers crossed. Maybe I'll just get off of this on Facebook and see if that helps. Well, now there's no sound. Did you turn the sound off?
No, I turned it up.
1894.
Was it up on the computer?
This Queen Anne style home.
Can you guys
was
hear
built
it?
By its namesake, William Edgar Haymond, who was a
Maybe it's like
prominent
catching up
lawyer in the
to where
area.
you were.
Fairfield was great. A lot of activity from shadow play, footsteps, whistling, loud bangs, bats. We're all too familiar with bats from a lot of the places we've
Through
been,
its
unfortunately.
100-plus
So.
year history, the Haymond house was passed from owner to owner,
don't know
falling
why it's
further
freezing
and
too.
further from its former splendor.
This is not going as planned.
No, I tried it out earlier, and when we weren't live, it was fine. Let me try something else real quick.
Sorry, guys.
All right, so give me a second. You're going to see me typing here.
You have to see all those shady Google searches.
Yeah, they can't see it yet. They just see us.
Yeah, I was watching it the other day. Sorry.
All right, we're going to try something else here. Give me a second. I did experiment with a few different things, so if not, we'll just have a Q&A and hang out for the rest of the night, but I think we can make it work.
Mm.
All right, let us know if everything's working and you can hear it.
That seems
I
bad.
mean, it seems to be working. Oh, geez, now we're...
What? Oh.
Oh, there we go.
What the heck? It's like going back and forth.
I got a hardwire internet somehow.
Not really
Okay.
sure what is happening at this point. It's just doing its own thing. You guys get to watch it again.
You're going to get to see our awesome intro like 800 times tonight.
Yeah, well, we changed some things in the intro since this episode.
Yes.
So
I
I don't know what it's doing. How is it doing that?
don't know.
Maybe it'll just catch up, right?
I don't know.
We can hope. Is it going in order for you guys, or is it still like messed up? Yeah, it's doing the same thing. I'm not really sure why it's doing that. Like the video is ahead
As
of
a
the
paranormal
sound.
investigator, you spend countless untold hours traveling the back roads of America.
If you could
During
like,
those travels, you pass
There
through
we go.
tale
Now
after
look
tale
back.
that seem
There you go.
forgotten
Okay.
by time. One of those
Yeah,
tales
super laggy and super
is
choppy.
Sutton, West Virginia.
I'm gonna have to figure out how to
Like many
hardwire
other towns that are
Wi-Fi
lost
to
in
do this.
time. Sutton
It's
Harbor
running good for us
location
right now,
that is just
so
begging to be
hopefully for
heard.
you guys.
I'm gonna try not to touch it.
That
Yeah.
location
Maybe I shouldn't have
is the
said that.
William Edgar Haymond House.
This was one of the first times I ever flew my drone, so the drone footage has definitely improved since then.
Constructed
I think
in
everything in general kind of has
1894,
improved. We've kind of
this
found what
Queen
works for
Anne
us
style
and camera
home
setups and
was
things
built
like
by
that.
its
Oh,
namesake,
massive
William Edgar
improvements from
Haymond,
the actual
who was a
filmmaking
prominent
side.
lawyer in the
Yeah,
area.
we should have a handful of episodes coming out hopefully soon.
I'm working on it, I promise. We have so many cameras and so much evidence to
Through its
review and edit.
100+ year history, the
It's a
Haymond
lot.
House was passed from owner to owner, falling
Is
further
everything
and
running
further
smooth on your
from
guys'
its
end? Because for
former
us, it's
splendor.
actually working for the first time.
That is, until the current owner decided
Really choppy.
the Haymond
Yeah,
House was in
I
need
apologize.
of a rescue.
Oh, you guys spent last weekend there? That's really cool. Did you guys get anything good?
WVPI and guest investigator
Let me see
Lindsay
that.
Rogers were fortunate enough to spend 2
Spirit
nights
Recon?
investigating this incredible
Oh,
location,
That's
and it definitely was not silent.
That's awesome, guys. We want to get as much attention on Haymond as possible.
And we bought the Haymond house in December of 2018. So we've had it a little over a year now.
I can't wait for you guys to see our new interviews that we have set up at our other episodes. It's so good, I promise.
I mean, the house to me just has a draw to it. It has a strange to say, but like a personality.
Scott did an awesome job with these pictures,
Like, yeah.
but it still doesn't do it justice. The house is
Well, we bought
unbelievable.
When we bought it, we kind of thought maybe it'd be big initially or something like that.
Scott's cheating. He's talking, but he's not.
Yeah,
talking.
Scott wouldn't join us, but he'll type comments for us.
Because the first episodes, he had never
Thanks,
had-
Scott. We appreciate it.
Hey,
though.
Glenn, thanks for jumping on. Glenn's a loyal viewer for us. We really appreciate
He was the one
him.
that actually started having to in the beginning. And he's just had things throughout that he's like, Teresa, I'm gonna stay with And I'm like, I mean, I would love to come up spend the weekend and, stay to work and stuff. And he won't have no part of it. People want to know why it's haunted. And I just know they're here.
You said that you do know 2 deaths that happened in the building, correct?
Emma, the first wife.
Thank you, Haley. Thanks for sharing. We appreciate that.
Here, in 2007 when she passed away, but we can't find a death certificate or anything to give us a reason.
Yeah,
why.
that's facts, Scott.
And his 8-year-old granddaughter.
For the last investigation we did, we had
here, and we
at
know
least
that
10 cameras.
She passed
No
away.
exaggeration.
We don't know what year,
Okay.
but they said that she had passed away in the home too.
Do you know her name, actually?
Betty.
Betty. Okay.
Yeah, Betty. We had researched her, found that it was Betty. So those 2 for sure, we're pretty sure.
Oh, wow.
Mr. Haymond, after he passed away, he was laid out.
That's awesome, guys.
Downstairs, they had his services here. Evidently,
It's definitely worth it, in my
I
opinion.
guess a lot of services.
Yeah, I think every time I've been to the Haymond, I've had something happen. All different kinds of things to validate the times I've been there before.
It seems like I got a few.
Shout out to Les and WV Case. Les is a good friend, and he's helped us out a lot. And we really appreciate him coming out and helping us with this episode.
Make sure you guys look on his page as well for the paranormal conference he's gonna have. So that way you
Yeah,
can
it's
check
here in
that out.
Morgantown, so if you guys are want to check out some awesome speakers and vendors, go check out his page.
The mom she said, when we got to the top of the stairs, she said, we heard a woman. She said she was
Oh
smelling.
man, Beefmeister.
She said it was coming from.
I think it depends the location because
And she
Crescent
said,
took forever.
For the interview itself, our last investigation took at least an hour and a half to set up all the lights and the cameras and the audio. For the actual investigation, we set up a lot of stationary cameras, and it takes every bit of an hour or more, depending on how big the location is.
The daughter was like, no, she didn't want no more. She was done.
You've had
That's
multiple
awesome.
experiences here. What do you have them stick out in your mind that over the others?
Yeah, I was here for a public investigation, and I come down and there was a couple that had never done investigation before. So they kind of attached themselves to me. So I took them around the house and we ended up in the room upstairs.
Oh, yeah, my bad, Samurai. I don't know.
And I showed them how to do that.
It's
And
definitely a work in progress.
I was sitting on the bed, turned and looked toward the doorway. As he turned, I turned the same, took in the same direction, and something jabbed me really hard in the ribs.
Oh, wow.
So speaking of his experience there, it's not actually in this episode, but if you remember, we were up in the attic, and I felt like I was jabbed in the stomach up there.
Yeah.
So I definitely can relate to Les's statement.
Yeah, 10:30 at night.
Hey, Greg, we have one episode being edited right now at the old hospital in College Hill in Williamson, West Virginia will be the next release. Then the following episode after that will be Crescent. So I'm hoping for October, November release for that one. But like I said, that's the most footage that we've ever captured at a location. So it's going to take a little bit of time to get processed.
We are actually going back to Crescent, as well as on October 26th, we're going to have a live event, public event. So make sure you stay tuned on our page and stay tuned on Big House Produce's page. So that way you can kind of see when that is and come and join us for that investigation as well.
Yeah, absolutely. It'll be less than some of the other publics that are ran there. So it'll be a good opportunity for some people to see it that don't normally get to.
Night one began with myself.
Yeah, Scott, the
Vanessa,
lighting was actually
Scott,
really
and
good
guest
on the interview.
investigator Lindsay conducting a portal session on the second floor landing.
So I will say
This
that
portal was
in
built
the
by our
episode,
very
this
own
portal is a
tech
lot
specialist,
harder to
Scott
like hear and
McCoy,
understand, but in
and
person,
features the
this was
best
all pretty
equipment
clear to us.
to help capture the clear.
I mean, I think it's
Oh,
more
I
clear in
agree,
person.
yeah.
Use this device behind me, the one with the green lights.
It's well worth it, Beefmeister. We had an awesome time, and we're definitely going to go back at some point. So if you get a chance, definitely check out the old hospital in College
Can you
Hill.
use
It's
that and talk to
awesome.
us? Can you say?
Yeah.
Same to my voice, I couldn't hear.
Yeah, it's like she said here or something like that.
Yeah. Can you say hi or hello so we know that you understand?
This
how it
is
works?
a portal that was custom built by our own Scott McCoy, who should be here with us right now, but he's just going to type in the comments.
Also hinting towards our giveaway. It is also made by Scott McCoy.
Yes, sneak peek or sneak preview. It's another custom built item from Scott. It's not a portal, but it's still pretty awesome.
Can you tell us your name?
I think it's so funny
What's your
too when you
name?
watch this and you listen back to how we all hear different things at one time. Usually one of us is right, but
Yeah.
then the rest of us just sound like, how did we even hear that?
Yeah, we always have to wait until review to know for sure what we heard.
Oh man, I moved the camera so much. I feel like I was holding like two things in this one. I think I was holding like the live feed or something.
We actually had a shot that Lindsay had. It was up on top of the steps, and unfortunately her camera malfunctioned and we lost the footage. It would have been another cool shot to have. But I know Lindsay's.
Now that was
Yeah, I saw I heard piano music before that, and they all swore that they didn't hear it. And like I thought it was actually downstairs. And then
And there is a piano downstairs.
That was 3 keys at least.
That's one of the coolest things that I've heard come through the portal, honestly.
There's one downstairs.
Definitely didn't come from downstairs.
No, that came from the portal.
Hey, Beefmeister, a portal is basically a spirit box or some type of audio source that is ran through a couple of different things.
Stop it.
In this case, we use a couple of guitar pedals to clean up the audio so the responses are more clear, so you don't hear that kind of choppy da-da-da-da-da that you get from a lot of spirit
Wherever
boxes.
you're at right now,
And then Scott just made it look awesome.
that's a stop. Are you telling us to stop or somebody else to stop?
Now Scott's got me paranoid about the lighting. I feel bad.
it's a big giant circle.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Why do you,
It's like, what
There
is
you
it?
go. Is that better, Scott? Looks like I have a halo on now.
That's fine. So that light is actually Scott's oh shoot, lantern, and it's never. I don't remember it ever flickering
No.
since this or prior to this. But
I'll make it flash out in it.
Too late, Scott. You already got me feeling
I gave
bad.
him a complex.
Yeah, now I gotta. And now the camera's backwards, so I gotta
if
figure it
you're
out.
trying to pull energy, all of these electronics that we have are full of energy. Pull the energy from any of them and all of them that you need.
Yeah, I feel like we definitely have got
interact
so
with
much
us.
better, even just since this episode at filming and stuff.
Yeah, well, now we all have individual cameras that we all carry, and the camera quality is significantly better. This is Scott's main camera, which now honestly is probably our second and third, maybe even fourth camera that we use in some cases. So we've got a lot better quality.
Me and Scott were like 7.
We looked good.
Definitely did not say 7.
Did you guys hear?
I heard Dennis.
Dennis?
Here's 7.
Live stream people look at this here. What was it?
Yeah, Scott, they might have messed up your lantern, might have pulled too much energy out of it.
It's probably never. I'm not gonna go there.
What did you say? You say 7? You say Dennis or Bettis?
I don't even know if that's.
Yes.
I thought it said yes at the same time,
What?
but listening to it like back, it definitely
Yeah,
said
It
less.
said Les, and if you guys remember, Les was the one who did the interview for us there at the house and has been there multiple times, so they would know his name.
We actually, our last public event we helped with at the Haymond house, Les was there with us, and we had some pretty crazy stuff happen.
Yeah, we really did. Thank you, Glenn. We really appreciate your support. I know you're on a lot of our live streams. And for anybody who's, sorry, I wanted you guys to hear that. That was a really clear Teresa, who was the owner that we interviewed.
This whole next part is actually pretty crazy to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So for anybody who's wondering, we haven't been doing as much live streams because we've been focused more on filming Forgotten Relics. But for places like tomorrow where we're not filming for Forgotten Relics, we're going to try to do more lives. And we're going to try to set up specific events where we're not filming so we can get you guys more live content.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we get 7 literally
Teresa.
every time we go out.
Clean out. Yeah, she's been cleaning out the house and remodeling.
So we went to this
Really, really good.
house when it kind of first opened. We were one of the first groups.
Do you want
And
her
the
to
amount of
join
work
us?
that Teresa has done and the effort she has put into like restoring this place is amazing. It's
really
improved
is.
so much.
What area should she work on next? For everybody who doesn't know.
Yeah,
she's
thank you
here.
guys for checking out our channel, and we appreciate you following.
Thank you, Samurai. Yeah.
Today to do an interview for
I
our
promise.
website.
I know that
She does a
the
lot of
content
time
isn't
here
as
alone.
steady as we would like it to be, but we're working on a lot of stuff, and we're going to start doing more live stuff like this to get you content in between the releases. So definitely stay
What area
tuned.
do you want her
Also,
to
maybe
work
some
on
behind the
next?
scenes things if we can do that. Like bloopers are funny. I think everybody wants to see us get chased by bats. Sure.
I'm pretty sure I
It's
have
not in the basement.
a lot of footage from Lindsay and I at
Tell
College
stories
Hill where we
about
were
your
literally
friends.
dodging
She like hit
bats.
the
You
floor.
can slam
Yeah.
the door.
So Teresa actually did clean out the basement, which was awesome that she did that. Since we got that kind of response, and I think that the
This
spirits
light right
would
here
definitely appreciate that.
Is on
Oh,
a
yeah,
chain.
absolutely.
You can start swinging that back and forth. Whatever you can do.
Woman's voice.
Couldn't tell what it said.
No.
That's what I heard.
I don't have an exact date yet.
By the end of this
Beefy.
month.
It should be, yeah, should be by the end of this month. I'm working on it, I promise.
The attic of Haymond always like makes me so happy, but it has its own energy. Honestly, the attic, I think,
All right, guys.
it creeps me out, but I also like it the most.
We have a new experiment
That
that we're
people
trying
claim to
out.
see in the
That's so
bathroom
good.
downstairs.
Vanessa and Lindsay are doing a variation on the Estes method session. Vanessa has the spirit box. She's blindfolded and has the noise canceling headphones. She's answering or listening for answers. But instead of one of us asking questions, Lindsay is wearing noise canceling headphones, listening to white noise. So she has no idea
Can
what
you tell
Vanessa's
me
saying.
why the
So if
old
they get
woman
corresponding
in
answers
the
and
bathroom
questions,
downstairs is
that's
crying?
amazing.
This is like the first and only time we've done this.
Yeah, we do variations on Estes a lot. We're trying to do different things. This was the first time we've ever done this. I still like the premise a lot, but we haven't got a chance to try it again. It's definitely something we need to, I think we need to try again.
Vanessa smelled cigarette smoke very strongly. So we thought the tobacco tin would be a good trigger object. And finally, we found this creepy ass bear.
Which now lives
No
in.
idea.
If anybody's wondering, all the stuff that we pick up from Haunted Relics, we keep. So either myself and Vanessa or Scott have all of the items that we pick up.
Neither Vanessa nor Lindsay know that we have these here right now. So if they
I'm actually
get
thinking
something
about,
from
we're
any of
redoing
these,
this room here as like a little bit of an office. I'm thinking
Are
about
women
putting up a
allowed to
shelf
be in this
here
room?
that has all of the items on it. So
So speaking of like her question, I think in the attic of the Haymond house seems to be a very male-oriented space. We've always gotten like a more dominant male up there who doesn't seem to care for women. At least every time that I've went, that's kind of what I've experienced.
hey Samurai, at the Haymond house, evil, no. There's definitely, like Vanessa just said, a dominant or a little bit more aggressive male spirit there, but nothing
Did
evil.
somebody drown?
But I have
in the
personally
water across the
encountered, I don't
street?
think it was demonic necessarily, but some evil stuff.
So this was awesome that we got that EVP.
Yeah.
There's like someone standing beside
And
me.
that was through the actual camera audio. That wasn't even through a recorder or anything. We caught that with the camera.
Which there is a river right outside of the Haymond house too, so
Yes.
it actually made a lot of sense.
I feel like something's touching the top of my head.
And Lindsay's out of town,
Are
so
you
she couldn't
touching
join
me?
us tonight. We want to say thanks to Lindsay for helping us out. She's joined us on a
Lindsay.
few more since then, and she's going to fill out some in the future. So thank you to
just wait.
Lindsay. And this is a little bit weird because we were using the live stream on Facebook, so you can see the
But it was
phone
like a
there.
man's voice.
When you pull the video from the phone, it looks a little bit different.
A lot of them
Yes, that is a great idea, Scott. Oh, put you back up there.
filmed us.
When we finish the 2021 season, we need to bring all the trigger objects together for a live stream episode. I 100% agree.
Feels
That's
like
a great
something
idea.
is touching my
Will,
face.
will you be on the live stream,
Where are
Scott?
we gonna do it, Scott? We're gonna do it here
Just kidding.
with all
Was
the other
anyone murdered
Just
in this
kidding.
house?
That'd be awesome.
Hey, Amber, thanks for jumping on. We appreciate it. We're watching the Haymond House live. If anybody has any questions or anything, feel free to put it in the comments. We can see comments from Facebook and YouTube, so anything that pops up, we'll see it.
Make sure you go to the Haymond House page as well and give them a like. Check out their stuff. It's awesome. Teresa does a great job. Really looking forward to being there tomorrow night.
Where's the
Hopefully some of you guys will show up and we'll have fun.
Toes.
Toes. So, okay, I have to say it because it comes up every time we're at the Haymond House. So, like, the first time was one of, I don't
I think
know.
it was the second
It was like the
time we were
second
there,
time
yeah.
we've been there, and I was doing Estes, and I think you were asking questions,
Yeah.
and we kept getting something about sucking toes. So we always make jokes when we go there.
There's
that
something
like
with a foot fetish for sure.
Yeah.
Fear me.
We're all like, we're gonna be sleeping one day, and then like, you know, wake up, go
Yes.
sucking on our toes or something.
You guys heard that?
Yeah.
It was not easy. Hello?
I feel like we get it's not easy a lot. Like sometimes, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
We're
we
not really
always
getting-
ask if there's other ways for the spirits to communicate, and we know it's difficult for them sometimes, but we try to make it as easy as possible.
The help does not go there.
Hey, Amber. Yeah, we were bummed out too. Unfortunately, there's some unforeseen circumstances. They had to cancel the metaphysical fair, but we will be there tomorrow night for the public investigation from
I'm scared
8:30 to
death.
midnight. If anybody wants to join,
It's
I
like
think
an old
there's
man.
2 spots left,
Yeah.
1 or 2 spots left for $20 a piece. If
I just-
anybody wants to join us, get a hold of the Haymond house and let them know.
I want to point out that like I look like I just woke up because that's how it feels. Like when you come out of there and there's all these bright lights at you, you can't see anything. You're just looking around. I feel like it's a rough recovery from it, at least for me.
My chest is like really heavy.
Hey, Shelly, I've been there many times. I know Vanessa's been there. I'm pretty sure Scott's been there as well. We haven't filmed there yet. We hope to in the future, but it is one of the most active places that I've ever been personally.
Is there a reason?
Yeah, I mean, as long as everybody is okay with it, Amber, I mean, we don't have a problem with it. So, I mean,
Yes.
if you're just filming yourself or if you get permission from the other participants and they're okay with it, yeah,
I
absolutely.
went to that mirror 3 different times to cut it.
So I don't know if you guys
He said, "When I
heard,
go to that mirror,"
because we were talking, but Lindsay asked about the mirror and cutting the mirror, and we definitely had some responses to that as well to match the story.
To cut that mirror.
Sorry, I'm like shaking everything.
I just feel like lightheaded almost.
I'm feeling like pressure in my head. Like
Yeah, Glenn, we have definitely put that on our list. I know you've told us about that before. That's definitely on the list for us to check out at some point whenever we get the
I've
chance.
actually been there, so definitely.
Okay, Vanessa's been there.
Yeah, definitely, though. Would love to investigate.
Using my personal Bluetooth portal,
It's personal. Bluetooth.
which doesn't exist anymore.
I guess.
Hey, Les, thanks for jumping on, buddy. He said he just drove by the Haymond.
We were
That's
just
awesome.
talking about you.
Yeah,
Perfect
thanks, man.
timing. And how the spirits remembered you at the Haymond house.
Yeah, he's well known. We'll be there tomorrow night. I know. Are you going to be at the Braxy Bazaar, Les, tomorrow?
You're able to use this to talk to us. There's noise that's coming through the speaker.
If you're in Sutton, there's a event called the Braxy Bazaar tomorrow for Braxton County and the Flatwoods Monster Museum. Yeah, sorry, blanked out for a second. So if you guys are in the area, definitely check it out.
The necrophonic act.
Awesome, Les.
Come join us.
We'll be there. We'll be there a little bit early. We'll probably be down there around 7. If you want to stop by or if you want to come over for the public, you're more than welcome. I've used Necrophonic before. I've never had much success with it, honestly. The only app that I've ever used that I've found consent responses with is EchoVox, and it takes a lot of practice and a discerning ear to hear. But I've not used Necrophonic enough to give it a yes or no, honestly.
I feel like usually when we use EchoBox, we're running it with other things. As well, like sometimes we've ran the portal with the Spirit Box as well. I think we used to.
Yeah, we'll do that, or we'll run the EchoVox through the portal so it comes through a little bit more clearly. So we filmed at a location, or kind of filmed at a location that never got released, and we used Necrophonic, and we didn't really get much.
Can you talk to us through this device?
Yeah, absolutely, everybody. There'll be vendors, speakers, and a movie release. There's an old theater there, the Elk Theater, which is awesome.
Oh yeah, they're having an event as well tomorrow, so Les might be there too.
Well, that's the theater.
I know. Oh, the theater.
Yeah.
No, the other.
Yeah, so they're having
Hotel. Right.
a guided tour and then a investigation at the Elk Hotel as well, which is an
would be
awesome building that we'd
Awesome to check
love
out.
to film at if we get the chance.
I might try to go down tomorrow to the bazaar. I had planned on going down early anyway, so I think that I might check it out.
That's one of the few things, Glenn, that we don't use consistently, but we probably need to incorporate a little bit more for sure.
I don't think that we really got anything on your portal down here. It was more just like personal experiences that we
It's
had
the
happen.
crazy thing is there's 4 of us in the room and we were all in opposite corners, and the people across from each other would hear stuff, but the people next to each other wouldn't. I don't know why. It's kind of a crazy thing that we experienced.
It's got super cool vests.
Yeah, mine's
Always down the line.
Listen, mine's doing it too.
It's only down at 1 now.
I know, and then watch it jump back up to 2 again. It's been doing that ever since we walked in this room, and I had a full battery when we were up in the attic.
Yeah, no, it's there.
Anybody, I don't know how much experience or how much anybody in here has watched a lot of paranormal stuff, but the theory is that spirits can pull energy from items like cameras and camera batteries to help manifest. So with a full battery and it drops for no reason, that's usually a decent sign that something's trying to interact in some way.
Said that his camera shut off out of nowhere here.
The last time I was here, walk around just doing a little video, like an intro. The living room light would just flashed off, and I started to mention it, and when I got to here, the camera just shut right off.
My camera battery shut.
So that's a corresponding event that we had happen that's happened there before, which is always a cool experience.
Or your coffee or whatever. I'm just gonna set this here. I'm not getting a lot through the portal right now. Where do you put it on? Like that?
Magnetic normally.
The tri-field is a EMF or electromagnetic field reader, which is a type of energy that spirits are said to be able to use. So if you have a spike in EMF, it's theorized that it could be a spirit trying to manifest.
And then both of you guys are. Is there anybody outside?
It's really weird how some people are here.
Yeah.
Haymond is in a small town. There are neighbors, but they're usually super quiet, or usually don't get much outside interference when we're there.
It won't hurt you like it used to touch it.
No, and especially for the event that happens later, we definitely, anything we think could possibly be outside, there's always windows. We check immediately. We go outside. You know, we try to clear that up, but it's always, the neighbors are always lights out and asleep 95% of the time when we're there. Sometimes you might hear a car go by, but it's rare even, I think, to hear that. It's not super loud there.
Scott was just describing that he had tinnitus or ringing in his ear. That was the first time he's ever had that happen, but he's had it happen a few times since then. It almost always corresponds with something else happening. It's kind of the same way when I get the pressure on the side of my head, that there's usually something else going on or something around us. Yeah, exactly. Glenn, if they try to pull their energy or do something, they can make electronics malfunction. So that's a good point.
Is there another way that's easier for you to communicate with us?
I should have grabbed another drink before we started.
Just got my shirt moved there. I don't know.
I thought I
Put on some wine.
Maybe I like first up again.
That is a really good idea, Beefmeister, that we have used at a different location that is set to be released later this year. We actually did that exact same thing. We sent everybody into the house one at a time by themselves while the others sat in the car. And we didn't tell each other what experiences we had, so nobody had a tainted view before they went in. So that's a good idea, and we've definitely used it since then, and we'll definitely use it in the future for sure.
I was actually thinking tomorrow, if we have time, maybe we would try that while we're there. Go live or something so you guys can see and watch me, you know, try not to pee my pants.
Yeah, just like.
I definitely am the chicken of the group, which I've accepted that role. It's fine.
That was me. I don't know if you heard that.
At least you guys can laugh at me.
Thanks. Yeah, thanks, Glenn. We're happy to be here with you guys. I'm glad we got some people tuning in and checking it out. We definitely want to bring as much attention to Haymond as possible.
So it's really funny because what just happened was JJ felt somebody touch him at the same spot, and then a few minutes later it felt like someone touched the bottom of my hair, which would have hit him at the exact same spot he felt it. So that was interesting.
If that's you that's interacting with us,
It's crazy too how much faster time goes when you're there.
talking about our
Like,
clothes,
Yeah,
like you
especially
never have
when
enough
you're
time.
doing something like Estes. I'll be under on Estes for like an hour to an hour and a half, and you just kind of get in this trance and you don't realize it, and then they take you out of it and say that it's been that long, and it's hard to believe. But in general, between setting up and filming and batteries and planning and everything that goes into it, it's a time. Even if you do 2 nights like you did for this episode, it just flies by.
What stuff do you guys like to see? Like, what's your favorite piece of equipment or favorite experiment that we do or somebody else you know does? We really like to hear kind of your feedback and what you guys like to see as well. So, always looking for new ideas.
If we're talking too much and you guys want to watch the episode, he tells us to shut up.
Yeah.
You know that it can be difficult. So that's the best way for you to do it. Feel free to.
Not gonna lie, I cheated and watched it the other night. So.
I rewatch our stuff all the time, looking for ways to improve.
I've been back a few times since, and so it's always crazy to me that like the stuff that we got then just adds on and on and on, and we get more of the story I think every time.
How is it possible?
It sounded like there's a micromover here, so I'm really.
It felt like just like of air on the back of my head.
Really?
Yeah.
That was super weird.
Yeah. I mean, there's no windows open, there's no vents.
That was
But
weird.
there have been other reports of similar stuff happening at the Haymond that we were told later by Teresa,
Mhm.
but we didn't know it at the time.
Yeah, there's so much we learned from her and learned from other investigators. We're just going back that corresponds with so much stuff we've gotten. Oh, hey, we definitely have a Ouija board. I got a new one. I'm very open to that. Sometimes I have a hard time getting the guys to do it. I know it's kind of a.
It's just really difficult to film for the
Yeah.
web series. So we got to, one, try to get activity, obviously, but two, we have to plan the episode out. And with everybody having their hands on the board, it can make a little bit more difficult.
Also, there's like kind of a bad stigma to it. So a lot of locations as well aren't open to that. But it's definitely something we might try more in the future on occasion.
Owner said that somebody had seen a little boy down here. If there's a little boy or anybody else down here, we'd like to
Oh,
talk
wow,
to you.
Shelley. I've been scratched before, and it's
Whatever
definitely
was in the basement,
different.
they have already tried to make contact. As you can
This
see,
is really cool.
the bear begins to light up. This only
I
happens.
don't think we've
Scott
had
watched
it.
hours and hours of video to get this
Think of it what you
little bit
will,
of a clip.
but this was the only time it happened.
This is one of the only times it's ever
hours by
happened on
itself.
any investigation.
Faithful Puck. I know, Scott. I can't wait
What
for
I'm
your
gonna
shining
do is I'm
moment
gonna
in
put
this
these
episode.
headphones on, I'm going to be blindfolded, but don't be scared. You're going to be able to use this device here to talk to me. Scott is going to ask questions, but you're going to talk to me, and then I'm going to say what I hear. I'm going to say your response. So talk through me, but answer Scott's questions. I also have a device here on my other leg that allows you to go in and pick words out. So Scott's going to ask questions, and you can pick the words as well. So I know it's a lot going on, but we're just trying to prove to everybody that you're here. So I'm going to go ahead and go under,
Good old
and
Puck.
hopefully you'll see me.
Okay, like John.
Thanks for
said,
stopping by.
this is how we're gonna
We
talk
appreciate
to you.
it.
You need to talk into his
Thanks for the
ears.
subscription. We're trying to get to 500.
SBC.
Let me see the banner. Where'd the banner go?
So, what is your
Once
name?
we get to 500 subscribers, we'll be doing a big giveaway,
Here,
and we will be announcing the prize tomorrow night live from the
don't
Haunted
close to
Haymond.
something.
So stay
It
tuned.
almost sound, now that I think about it, it almost sounds like I said, don't close the portal.
Don't close the portal. What portal? What kind of portal?
Thanks.
Think.
Thanks, Scott. Thanks.
What kind of portal?
Honestly, I think we're more excited for everybody to see what we have coming out.
Larry.
And we really stepped up our game, I promise.
We do have an Instagram. We post on occasionally. I know you do.
Yeah, I don't keep up with it
Facebook's
as much
probably
as
the better one.
it's at WV Para Investigation. So at WVPARA Investigations. I mostly post like memes and updates from our investigations.
Most of our like events that we're having or things like that are posted on Facebook more often, I think. I mean, you try to keep up with Instagram, but you're gonna see it quicker on Facebook.
Yeah, Facebook, you can just search West Virginia Paranormal Investigations and we'll pop up. Tomorrow night, we are going, the public hunt starts at 8:30, so we're going to try to go live at about 8 p.m. and do the announcement of the prize.
Who's Larry?
And then probably throughout the night, either during the public or after the public, we'll go live some more. So just if you're on Facebook, turn your notifications on so you can see us. And for YouTube, once we get to 1,000 subscribers, we can go live on YouTube from the mobile. Right now, we can only go live from the desktop. So help us get to 1,000 so we can go live.
He said he went down in the basement, and he said in the back part of the stairs, he said the little boy was probably maybe 5 to 8, and he said he just was squatted down in the corner, and he said, I looked at him, he said, he looked at me.
Yes,
He said,
100%.
Yeah, we have stuff happen here all the time, especially to Vanessa. They pick on her more than me. But I literally had some stuff happen the other day. I don't know if it's from an investigation, but we hear noises. I've heard what it sounded like the TV on, people talking, and nothing there. Vanessa has
I've
heard
heard
voices.
footsteps.
She's been touched.
Yeah, I think the creepiest thing was laying in bed one morning, and it was wintertime, and I had my eyes closed, and I thought that John had came in from taking the dog outside and stuck his cold hand on me, but I turned over and he wasn't there. That freaked me out so bad. And then we've had the equipment turned on and it said good night, Vanessa.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, I guess that's nice. And then I recently went back to Crescent with Lindsay for a public event there and to do some volunteer cleanup and stuff. And something told me it was going to follow me home. I've had weird things since then, but I don't know that it actually did or if it just made me paranoid. But I think that
This is where they kept
JJ brings me the ghosts and they just pick on me.
That gave me cold chills.
Is a little boy wanting to play?
Yeah.
I'm here.
Sorry, I don't want to mess up your name. Dantex or Dontex. We always go live on Facebook, so if you like live stream stuff, follow us on Facebook.
It seemed like you guys got a lot about the little boy that night, too.
We did, yeah. We got to wait for Scott's reaction, though. I don't know if Scott's still watching, but his reaction was my favorite part of this entire episode.
I think we just need to release that little video clip that we keep sending each other
Yeah.
from Crescent.
Why not? Where are we?
It'll probably be in the episode, though.
Yeah, hard to breathe. My chest got real heavy just now.
Are you affecting JJ? You messing with him?
I'm sure there's like bugs.
Scott
and shit
wasn't
down
wearing
here,
his
but it's something
sandals that
special.
night, was he?
No.
Are you touching him on the leg? Can you touch him again on the leg? Where are you touching JJ?
Scott. No, it's not. It's not embarrassing. It's awesome. That's what we live for when we get evidence like that.
What part of JJ?
Especially when it's rare on the puck.
I mean,
On
the
your
puck
leg?
is our favorite piece of equipment ever, so.
Him.
I'm gonna watch the candle back there. Make
I
sure the
should probably
candle
blow
doesn't
that
catch on
out.
fire. I was trying to block the light and block the candle.
Scott is really, I love when Scott does Estes because he gets so into it. And he really commits to like making sure that we know what like
That's
the
the best
voices
part.
sound like. Yeah, it actually makes it so much better.
Vector, yeah.
Pie,
Pi, vector,
How long have you been here?
French,
cup.
cup, yeah. Those are all words we get through the paranormal puck a lot.
I think it said I'm not gonna die.
Mistress,
or I'm gonna die.
ship.
It said
Yeah.
something die.
Orange.
Get out.
Orange.
Are you dead?
Man, I swear
He's
to
a
God,
trip in the best way, Glenn. We agree.
It said his desire.
wouldn't be able to do it without him.
desire. That was really clear woman's voice.
Oh, here it is. It's coming up.
Are
Oh,
you
I
a
guess I'm
woman
in my
touching
eye.
JJ?
Like, I got full body chills from that.
I think we
What
should
is-
all
what is
go
your
get
name,
some adult
lady?
chicken nuggets before tomorrow's
Are
investigation.
you a lady of the house?
Ooh, that was weird. I don't know what that was, but it was really weird.
I think your shadow looks super creepy.
Looks like I'm
Oh
700
my
pounds.
God! I just asked, are you a lady? And the K2 or the
He doesn't. He was like so
just said,
excited he can't.
lady. That's crazy. This thing usually doesn't give us really good responses. But
Something just laughed.
perfect response, lady.
Oh, that's so good.
Lady,
I
what
would
is
go
your
back and
name?
watch it again if I wasn't afraid to screw up the stream.
Just listen.
Yeah, the Estes method that we've used, that we're using now, we've used on all of our investigations, and we've had some incredible responses.
I think it's super cool when we set it up with like the EDI or something,
Try not
and you
to
get
what?
that going off as well as the answers corresponding with the questions is just another level
Try not to die.
of validation.
When did you die?
Yeah, some of the stuff that you'll see from
Ooh, man, I heard that old woman
College
again.
Hill
I
and
can't make out what
Crescent,
she's
the
saying, but it's,
Estes
like,
is just
definitely an
unbelievable.
old woman.
Can you
We
say
had
one
some
of our
pretty good
names?
Estes at Middle Point School as well.
What
Upstairs.
the fuck? I don't know what she said, but that was like super clear and creepy. Like this new voice came out of nowhere.
Older. I just got older. And Jonathan
Please?
just said it is an older woman that is talking to us.
It's crazy how when you're under for Estes, you can start identifying the different spirits that are coming through.
I asked, oh my gosh, I asked him to tickle his nose. Can you tickle his nose again?
We do that a lot.
Oh, the sound of the little kid said hee hee hee. Like exactly like that. Hee hee hee.
We'll ask the
I think it was a
spirits
little
to
girl, but it
touch
was
each other on the hand or the shoulder or
Yes,
the
this is
arm,
way to do it.
just to see if we
Was she
can
guilty?
get that person to
Well,
react
said
that way.
heaven.
That's weird. That's really weird, really. That's where she went.
I just heard like a crying, like a wailing, but it didn't even sound like it came through the radio. It sounded like I heard it like in my actual like I don't know. It was really weird. It was like ah, but it didn't sound like it was the radio.
Are you trying to like talk to shit?
Holy shit! Holy shit! That was so.
I think
clear. It
sometimes
said
when
her
you're
name
like
was
outside of
Daisy.
Estes too, and
Like,
they
that was
react so
super
fast
clear
and like
woman.
jump
I
like
know.
that.
I scared the shit out of Scott on that.
He's creeping me.
That was so clear, so loud.
Who's Daisy? Who is Daisy?
Oh, dude, that was like a deep voice. This is getting weird. I didn't like that voice at all.
Yeah, I don't need it. You scared the shit out of me. Can you tickle him on the nose?
My nose keeps itching.
Holy shit.
And anybody who's wondering who hasn't seen this, the headphones are noise canceling. I literally can't hear anything that Scott's saying.
I promise you, it's so loud.
We've got some new transitions and stuff too for the episodes.
Scott is doing what's called the Gonsfeld experiment. If there's anybody up here who's using sensory deprivation to make it easier for him to be able to interact with you, you can go up and talk to him through his headphones. You can
Almost look like fingers, like in front of my face.
let him see you or any images that you want. He's open. You
At a
can't
location that we
comment,
weren't
you can't
actually
flip
allowed
them
to
over, you can't do
release.
anything negative,
JJ
but
did
you
the
can use them
Gonspelt, and we
interviews
had
or
the
if you
Porter
need to.
Wine at the same time.
Show him
We
what
had
you
some
want him to see and let
unbelievable
him do what you
corresponding
want
stuff.
him to hear.
Really crazy energy activity that actually affected a lot of us that night. We had to stop investigating for a while.
Can you
Wish
tell
we could
him
share
or
that
show
with you
him
guys.
your
Unfortunately, we
screens
can't,
earlier?
but this is a really cool thing that we like to try sometimes. So.
Yeah, the one that I had at Sweet Springs in the first episode or second episode was pretty unbelievable as well.
You want to turn on this one?
I just heard, like,
Yeah,
like
this
a
was
woman
Scott's
say help.
first time doing Gonsfeld.
Just ask to tell.
And sometimes we like to run like a portal or spirit box or something at the same time just to see if we can get anything. This time we
I
didn't.
saw like a woman in like a
I
blue
think we're all
dress,
like so trusting in each other's feelings
Are
and
you
what we
letting
say
Scott
outside
that
with the wind
there's no
blowing in her
question
dress.
Right.
for us on whether or not it's
She
legit.
has like brunette hair.
Thank you, Dontex. We appreciate that. Anything helps.
Is that right? We saw the meter.
I turned on the Ovilus during this, which we have not had much luck with it, and it like calibrates sometimes. So if you hear it like saying a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, this was the original Ovilus we had. We have the Ovilus 5 now. It has the word readout.
Typically we get approval before releasing the video. That's something we
What can
definitely
we do
check
to
on
help
before
you?
we.
Yeah, we actually had permission to release that investigation, and we actually were in the process of editing it, and then we found out that something had changed. Can't really go into detail, unfortunately, but
Can you show
something
Scott
changed, and we weren't allowed to release it, which we're really bummed about. But honestly, it might have been for the best. We were
It's like a
early
vision
in the
like a
filming
heart,
stage.
like
It
a
was good
heart
practice,
beating
but I don't think it would have
blood,
came across the way that we
pulsating
wanted.
through,
But
like, the veins
everywhere
of the
else,
heart.
we get permission, and they know we're filming, and we're going to release them before we ever can.
Is that how we can help you?
right now.
Yeah, Glenn, it's absolutely very haunted
Really
for
weird.
sure.
Are you in front of Scott right now?
Did you
Can
put
you
that
go
part
up
in the
and
episode where
touch
the
Scott
flashlight
on his
falls
left
down?
hand?
It scares the crap out of him because he thinks it sounds like gunshots.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
couldn't
it's in
remember.
there.
My God.
Not
Hey,
the hood
there's,
or anything, but
Got this
Hey,
like
Leo.
pain
Leo.
in my arm.
Thanks for jumping on, Leo.
Are you coming tomorrow?
don't hurt him.
Hopefully we'll see you there.
But you can go
Yeah,
and
we'll be
touch
at the
him.
Haymond doing a public investigation from 8:30 to midnight tomorrow. Like I said, we got a couple spots left. Only $20 to come hang out with us. So if anybody's interested, hit up the Haymond House on Facebook and let them know.
Also, all of the money goes towards the restoration of
You're
Haymond
singing,
House, goes towards
think?
taking care of the bills of the Haymond
Like-
House. Anything that Teresa feels that it should go to,
Gospel singing.
she does a great job.
Yeah, we're not taking any money. It's all volunteer for us. We're happy to help out. We love the Haymond and love Teresa, so we're happy to do anything we can to help.
We've got some surprises for her as well.
Yes, I don't know if she's still on here. She might have jumped off, but we have a couple things that we're
Can
gonna
you touch
donate to
Scott
Haymond on
top
our
of the head,
behalf
please?
for her or anybody else to use
He
that
doesn't
wants
have
to
any
use
hair
it.
up there, so it should be easy to get to.
It's a ball joke.
Poor Scott.
He said he's working.
Little girl over the
Aw.
birthday cake,
I mean, I guess that's
smiling
important.
with
though.
missing a tooth.
Yeah.
You can always
Pigtails.
investigate the hospital. It's pretty creepy in itself.
Little blonde hair girl wearing a pink dress.
So I want to say this, since going back to the Hammond house, there was one night, and I don't know if I was tired or but I walked past the kitchen and I swore I saw a little girl
Like something
standing in a
touching my
dress
arm.
in the kitchen for a split second. I saw her and it creeped me out. But this was after this. I wasn't even thinking about it. It was probably 5:30 in the morning. It's crazy.
We are, like I said, super happy with this episode because we
I
got
don't know if you
to
guys are moving
feature
around, but
the
I always feel
Haymond,
like the floor is
but
moving.
I promise I can't wait to go back and film with our new setup. This is kind of one stationary shot here, now we have at least 3 to 4 cameras going at one time where we can bounce between shots, and we'll have not only Scott in the picture, but we'll have cameras on myself and Vanessa and Lindsay who are in the room.
Mhm.
That way we can kind of give you more information on what's going on.
Everything.
So I'm not downplaying this episode at all because I love it, but I just can't wait for you guys to see our new stuff, and I can't wait to go back to Haymond and film the follow-up. I'm super excited about that.
Show them the ceiling.
Seeing like a Confederate soldier, and he's like
So
trying to like.
he
show
got
me
this,
his
and actually
sword.
afterwards,
It's kind of strange.
it had corresponded
Metaphor.
with what Teresa
I
had.
had one lady come through one time, and she told a soldier, she said he walks back and forth across the front porch. And she said it's like he's pacing out there.
Is that you? Is Scott
Yeah,
talking,
she's
or
told
are you
us that a
showing
couple
Scott?
times, and it's crazy that match up.
You know they're trying to get rid of the Confederate flag. Does that upset you?
Like a door knocking.
When you're doing Gonsfeld,
Door
you're listening
opening.
to white noise, so you're not actually listening to like a spirit box like we do with Estes. You're just listening to white noise. So if you hear anything, it's not going to be like any radio contamination or anything like that. It's pure white noise. So if you hear something, it's
Like,
something
I
that the
see
spirits
like a
want you to
kid's
hear.
ball like rolling down a set of steps.
And basically,
And
this
that little
experiment
girl
has been
running
proven
after
to
it.
make you hallucinate, and that's
Who's
the
the little
idea
girl?
behind it. But we want the spirits to be able to kind of manipulate
We've been doing
that,
a lot of stuff
and
about a little
so we
girl.
can see what they want us to see. That's the
Tell
idea
Scott
behind
her
it, at
name.
least.
Or tell us your name.
Ooh. Ooh. I just saw like
Yeah, it really is.
woman's face, and it was all like contorted, like her mouth like went sideways, like real freaking weird, man. Like black
It was
eyes.
real freaking weird.
You see some weird stuff, I promise you. We're never making anything up or exaggerating. This is just what we see in our mind's eye, or see like in the red in front of us.
I really would like to try this. I haven't. I've done it one time when it was just me and Scott, at a location.
See like the back
but I
of
would
a
definitely
woman
like to try again.
in like the same dress as
Yeah,
I
for
saw
sure.
before, but it's like everything's in black and white, and it's like everything's shadows.
Are you back to the time when the house was originally built?
Yeah, Glenn,
How many
absolutely.
people lived here when the house first was built?
I'm a chicken too, and I still
Come out
try.
to if you're not in our area, go out and check out a public investigation wherever you're at, and you won't have to be alone. You'll be with a group of people. You'll have somebody to guide you
like
through.
old music, like something you would hear like on a.
Yeah.
I think he was about ready to, honestly. He still talks about that, being freaked out by that image.
I think about that every time I try to close my
It's really
eyes
weird.
when I'm sleeping
I
at
keep
home.
seeing
Yeah.
like this
I didn't
window
even see
behind
it.
me, like I'm looking out it and then like zooming towards it and in and out and in and out.
I didn't even remember that part of the episode. Sorry.
We still want you to try to touch Scott on top of the head if you can.
Thing is that Vanessa and Scott do the evidence review, and then I do the editing. So when they've obviously seen this one before, but when the episode comes out, it's like brand new for them too. So I get to kind of
This is
surprise
gonna
them
sound like some
and
Ghost
show them all the
Adventures
cool
shit.
stuff.
I don't know if you guys are
Yeah,
walking,
that I
but I
put
swear
into it.
I feel like the floor is moving.
Not right now.
Like
What?
I just got pissed off. Like,
Yeah. So
she's like super.
I always hate to say stuff like this because I always feel like Zach Bagans. No offense to him, but he's kind of dramatic. But it was really weird. I did feel really upset and very angry. I've never really felt that at the Haymond house.
No, it's weird.
And like the wind,
So it was just weird that.
like
That
moving
happened.
the branches.
Like, even just the fact that Scott was talking was irritating me.
When we first started,
I think so, Scott.
Vanessa laid something down beside of Scott.
I think they might have wanted
He
to.
doesn't know what that is. Can you show it to him?
Like we said, there's nothing evil at Haymond, but there's definitely some
It's
aggressive and
a
intense
rosary.
I
activity
just got
there.
a vision of something just like
Like, I don't think it's in
pushing-
this, but I actually
pushing
did
me,
walk
and then,
out
like,
for a
I
little
got, like,
period of
cold
time
chills
after
running
this
right
because
through
I
me,
felt so
stood up and
upset.
thought that.
Yeah, we did have a
Like, it feels
rosary
like it
there
wants to push me out the window.
that we picked up on that investigation that we were talking about earlier that we didn't get to release. And in that episode, it really affected Vanessa as well emotionally. And we still have it. It's in the living room right now. So I think as long as she doesn't touch it, she's okay. But it's, I don't know what it is about it, but it tends to affect her specifically.
For somebody to get hurt or somebody to get messed
Which
up,
I
if
knew
that's the
initially
case,
when we
we'll
went into the
stop.
store and I saw it that I wanted to buy it. So I think that
Show
there is some sort of
Scott the
connection there.
rosary that
And I
Vanessa
try not to
laid
think about it. Like,
I
if
just
you've
saw,
taken
like-
it, it's not like intentional.
Like part of a man. Like I couldn't see his face. It was like just his body. And he had something in his hand. It almost looked like a wooden handle to like a
Like a
sledgehammer
candle.
or an axe or something like that. Couldn't see what it was.
Again, really, really specific imagery. I appreciate you showing him all
But he
this
was in
stuff.
like an old suit. Like an old tweed suit.
That one was-
Ooh,
was the
I
flashlight.
swear to God, I just heard a gunshot.
That was the flashlight. I accidentally kicked over a flashlight on the floor.
It sounded like it came from like my left side. It
Yeah,
sounded
even
like
with
a
noise
gunshot,
canceling
though.
headphones, if there's a really loud noise,
It's like a
obviously.
heavy
you can
mag
hear it.
light.
Yeah, it was a big flashlight.
And now I'm getting this feeling of like something's like touching my head and my arm at the same time.
I swore I just saw somebody walk by this door. Like I swear,
Can you film?
like a white flash. Like I swear to God.
So it's actually been said too that there's been a woman in white seen at the
Yeah.
Haymond house.
Beefmeister, I don't know if they can feel our emotions. I think fear can give them like some energy, but I think we can definitely feel their emotions
There's
on
a woman
occasion for
again. I'm
sure.
like
I think not so much emotions,
watching
but like
her
your openness as
walk
well.
away.
Like if you
and
go
Yeah.
in with a
she's got
closed mind, then
very
you're not probably
feminine
going to have as much happen as if you're
physique
open to the
swaying
idea of spirits. Not
with
really
her head
emotions, but
as
still
she's
kind of
walking.
the energy
Yeah,
aspect.
I agree.
And she just turned her head around and looked at me
My whole arm was
like she knew that I was watching her.
I don't know.
So I have a theory that Mr. Haymond was a womanizer for sure. That is my theory.
We've got some stuff that kind of leads us down that pathway.
Like
Are
in
you able to show
one
Scott
return
that
visit
rosary,
when we
please?
got that he only
I don't
wanted
know. I
to
keep
talk to
getting this
Scott,
feeling like
and he wanted to make a
something's
deal with Scott
going
up
to
in the
just, like,
attic. It was pretty
jump
crazy.
out and like
I just,
Just
like, have a really bad
push me or attack me or something. It's really weird.
Like I
Put the lights on.
like when he was talking about I don't even like I don't
Get the overhead lights.
like I am.
Are you flashing me?
Yeah.
Did you flash me?
It's not the kind of flashing you guys think. You know.
That's how we pull each other out.
Well, it's getting pretty weird out here. What's going on? Vanessa's getting really.
Oh no. Oh, we're doing so good. We're doing so good. We made it like an hour, almost an hour into it. Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, I really noticed that, but you're right.
Yeah. It definitely, I was feeling very angry. I was feeling very irritated with you and JJ. And like when you were talking about the guy with like, carrying that thing, I could see it like in my head too. It was really weird. I just felt really aggressive, like angry, just angry at everything. Maybe it'll pop back up here soon. I can't remember the exact date. Hold
Yeah, I
on.
said it in the intro, but I can't remember exactly, Glenn.
I think it was like the early. I should know by now. I've been there so many times.
Is the hotspot still going?
Should be.
Yeah, we're still connected.
Probably like early 1900s, right? I would say
I can't remember. I don't know
early
what my phone is,
1900s to late 1800s, somewhere in
I don't know
there.
what I did with my phone. Oh, it's right here.
That's what I'm pretty sure it is. It was then. Yeah. Well, shit. Yeah. I'm not sure if it was from the house specifically or something attached to the rosary, since I've had kind of stuff happen in regards to that. But it kind of corresponded with stuff that Scott was seeing and experiencing, so I don't know if he was experiencing one side of it and I kind of was experiencing the other, if that makes sense.
All right, we're at basically right at 1 hour.
So close. So close.
It's all right. I'm trying
What
to.
can we do to help you? Is there something we can do?
Try it now. Maybe.
Fucking just it went. Like,
There you go.
Said that, I got like chills on my back.
dude, it was so scary. I was like, I almost wanted to come out, but it was.
Beefmeister, it's for this episode. It wasn't that bad because this was still pretty early in our process. But literally for the last episode at
Yeah, I
Crescent,
still feel like shit's touching me.
we probably had we did 2 nights.
Yeah, and I swear it felt like something.
We probably had
just
at least
pushed me out the
150 to
window.
200 hours worth of stuff. No exaggeration. Oh wow, that's old. 1886. Wow.
We're up here in the attic. And
12 cameras times 8 to 10 hours per night times 2. Yeah,
It's a lot.
that's a lot. Scott knows better, but how many gigs was yours, Scott, or how many terabytes? I forget. It was an ungodly amount of storage space.
I feel like Scott and me always argue over who's gonna watch the stationary cam for hours. Where it's like nobody wants to watch it. One of us always does, but
Is there anybody else here with us right now?
I feel like usually Scott.
You've done it a few times. I know you've been doing it.
All right, I'm gonna pause this for a second. Hopefully, it doesn't mess stuff up.
Probably.
It'll probably mess stuff up. If it does, I apologize. So this sequence here, the lead up to it, yeah, you can fast forward through the stationary footage, but not through everything else.
You could miss something, Scott, like a voice.
The lead up to this and what we capture here is still to this day top 1 to 3 things that we've ever captured.
We tried to debunk it too that night. Like there was no way. There's just no, and it was so much louder inside the house.
Yeah.
So just know that.
Thank you, Dontex. I have no training in editing. I'm completely self-taught, and I'm getting a lot better. I'm learning new tricks and techniques and stuff. So the new stuff that's coming out is going to be even better.
Well, you still want to keep it very real though. Like you're still trying to keep everything nitty gritty, like exactly what we do almost. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we want to keep it not
Authentic.
a bunch. I mean, the whole thing behind Forgotten Relics was we wanted to showcase investigating more than the story and the build up. So we wanted to not have like 45 minutes of build up and then like 5 minutes of investigation. We wanted to showcase the investigation. So my red light burned out in the back.
It's like,
But yeah, so yeah, Scott, it is amazing or awesome. So I'm gonna let this play through. We'll talk through some of it, but when we get to the main event that's coming up, we'll probably go quiet just so you guys can see it and hear it. And then after it's over, we'll talk about it some more. So this is the portal that we were running earlier. Mine, you can run it through the Bluetooth so the speaker doesn't have to be connected. So it is the portal running a spirit box, and then it's Bluetooth into the speaker in my hand.
Can you please tell us your name so we know what to call you?
tomorrow we will have all of our equipment as well. So if you are coming, you're going to get to see all of that in person. So that's definitely something interesting to experience. We have pretty much any piece of equipment you can think of. So definitely hope you guys come and check it out.
Everyone is coming through. Can you come through, talk to us, please?
I was live during this too. That's why the light is so bright.
Yeah, it's crazy that anybody who's watching us on Facebook Live actually got to experience this with us. Actually, Teresa, the owner, was watching it, so you got to see it happen live.
Honestly, you had to put the footage of directly on me. This part. I'm like, dang it.
Are you a smoker? Like cigars or tobacco? Maybe something to drink?
I'm so excited for tomorrow now. It's not even funny. I
Yeah.
always love the Haymond house.
Thanks for watching, Glenn.
House is missing and used to have that we could bring you.
We're gonna do more of these. Hopefully, we can get everybody together. But I think we're gonna watch a lot of episodes that we have, and then when we release a new episode, we may jump on and watch along with you guys.
We may read like actual TV shows too at some point.
Yeah, if there's anything that you guys want to see, like us react to like the scariest ghost videos, or see if we can debunk stuff, or us react to like ghost adventures or Destination Fear or anything like that at locations we've personally been to. Here it is. Sorry.
Is that you behind me? What was that?
Still get cold
It was
chills.
so much louder in person, guys. Like it sounded like she was downstairs yelling.
Is there somebody outside? We need to go look like
What
right now.
What's that?
Somebody's awake.
Still get cold chills.
It was so loud in person. Like I know you guys can hear it on the camera.
I know
It's
this
just crazy loud.
footage is kind of all over the place, but I wanted you guys to see uncut exactly what we did.
We did look out the windows before going downstairs, guys, so we know that there was no one directly outside. And like I said, it was insanely loud inside the house. Like, it's weird to hear it back because to
Yeah.
me it sounded like it was right downstairs. Like,
And we did have a music box set up downstairs, so when we walk by it, you'll hear some music going off.
I'm gonna go downstairs.
Yeah. That was like blood
If
curdling.
it was outside, then that was.
I've watched that stuff, Samurai. I would definitely be willing to react to it for sure.
I thought there was
The
another
music
something.
box is gonna go off, everybody. That's just us.
Yeah, it's just. You're like, I heard it too. Yeah, it did.
there's a music
Scott's
box.
17-minute music box.
That has now been changed to a
Yes.
much shorter version.
Yeah, we were trying to find flashlights so we could go outside and see if there was somebody like physically injured.
Like it was that bad and that loud. We thought somebody was like hurt or something crazy was.
And this is all uncut footage. There's no cuts in here at all. This is exactly what happened afterwards.
And if you want, you can go on our Facebook and watch the live video of this. It's Jill should be on there.
Yeah.
It sounded like it came from like in the house.
Yeah, it certainly did.
We all thought it sounded like it came from in the house.
And you can see how dark it is. There's no lights on at the neighbors. There's no lights, around. No cars moving around. There is like a little, I don't know, intersection there. So there's lights there, but it's not actually an active place.
I like jumped out of my place. Slow reaction.
Oh yeah, I mean, to us it sounded like it was in the house for sure. Well, in a second you'll see all the replays from all the other cameras. So again, it's not the same as being there, but there's no doubt in our mind that it sounded like it was from in the house.
Scott's
It's still going. His music box is still going on.
Oh yeah, music box should be on there.
Well, everybody heard it here. Why don't we try a little more and we can go over, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I hate to stop and
I
then,
know.
but that was insane. That was great.
I'm just glad we had all the cameras. We had
They said
at this time we have a lot more cameras now, but at this time we had everything we had running at that point.
Yeah, it would have had to been right outside, and there was
Oh
no
yeah,
way
and
that
we
anybody
immediately
ran
looked in the
windows.
window.
The replay of me is really funny because I'm like running, but I'm not. Like, I wanted to go somewhere, but there was nowhere to go.
I mean, it almost sounds like what we heard on the portal earlier today when we heard it. Like,
Yeah, but
I didn't have a screen come through the portal when we were setting up before we even started investigating. We didn't have anything recording at the time.
watch my camera.
It is Beefmeister. If you walk by it or anything walks by it, it will set it off. At that time, he had like a 2-minute loop on it, so it took a long time. Now it's down to like 15 seconds, so it's better now. But here comes the replays.
I looked it out after it happened.
There's no one around.
No, there was not a soul outside or not a moving soul outside. No.
The lights are off, so I didn't have a neighbor.
Wow.
I about jumped out of my. I was like jumping out of the sky. I don't know where I'm going.
Two times in the last 2 investigations, we thought somebody was living in that. There was a live person in the house.
Terrified. It did, yeah. It was like someone was either scared or
Well, we had 1 camera, 2 cameras, 3 cameras,
And live feed.
4 camera, and live feed. So even if the cameras didn't hear it because of the portal, that camera there should have heard it.
Yeah, they all heard it for sure.
This is one of the most unexplainable and terrifying incidents WVPI has ever experienced. The following replays will show you the camera angles and let you hear the audio that we had rolling at the time of this amazing event.
Like what? Like a shadow or? I saw that earlier when we were on the second.
That scream was really loud in person too. That came through the
second floor.
portal.
Remember, I
The
said
other
I
one
saw
did
a
not.
light go up the wall. Was that you behind me? What was that?
So crazy. It's hard to see a little bit, but it gets a little brighter. You'll be able to see Vanessa's reaction here.
I saw that earlier when we were on the second floor. You were on the second floor. Remember, I said I saw a light. A light, yeah. Was that you behind me?
It was like delayed. I was like,
That's fantastic.
I don't know if it's as good as the one at Sweet Springs where I like jumped. I don't know. Crescent's got that beat for sure. Though.
Yeah, I think so.
That reaction. For sure.
You
All
guys
of
haven't
us.
even seen the other one yet.
It doesn't have the screen beat by any means.
No,
just
no,
the
just the
reaction.
reaction.
It was so crazy. It was so loud.
Is that you behind me? What was that?
Yeah, there is some fear for sure. We thought somebody was getting murdered. No chance it came through the speaker. I was holding the speaker. I would have heard it. First one did, the second one. Which is crazy in itself. When you add it to this, it's just unbelievable.
Is that you behind me? What was that? No.
It's like replaying in my head. Like, like that, like legit freaked me out.
I don't get freaked out very easy. I've been doing this for almost 15 years. It takes a lot to freak me out. That freaked me out for sure.
I always say if he's scared, then I'm probably already gone. 'Cause, like,
Yeah. Between me and Scott, if you freak us out, something's going on.
yeah.
One of the great things about being a paranormal investigator.
I'm working on the voiceovers
is
too,
that
guys.
No
I
matter
promise.
how long you've been doing it,
Voiceovers are my least favorite thing in the world to do. I have to
that
do
can
77
shock
takes to
and
get one good
surprise
one.
you.
I can't do it because I
This
sound like a small
experience
child, and it's
will
just
live
annoying.
on with WVPI forever.
Yeah, like I said, it's still our
This
one of our
is a
top
great
couple ones
example
ever.
of
We should
why
also
those
just
once
make like
forgotten
a reel
towns
of every time
need
that
to
Scott
be
scares me at a
remembered.
location. Me and Lindsay.
Everyone
Yeah.
has
It
a story
happens
to tell.
frequently. I'm just gonna wear a camera all the time.
All right. So, real quick, while this is on the screen, I definitely want to say thank you to Teresa, the owner of the Haymond. I know she was on here earlier, so if she watches this, thank you so much. We really appreciate everything you do for us, and we're glad that we could help try to spread some. I don't know what I'm trying to say. Shed some light on your location because it's definitely
truly
worth
special,
it. Yeah, it is. Shout out again to Lindsay for helping us out on this investigation and the other ones. And shout out to Les. I don't know if he's still here. He was in earlier. Thanks to Les for helping us out. And we're hoping to work with him again in the near future as well. So I'm going to take this off the screen and put us full screen here. There we go. See us a little bit better now. So we're going to hang out just a couple more minutes here and answer any questions you guys have. If anybody has any other questions about Haymond or about WVPI or about me or about Vanessa or Scott, anybody or anything you guys want to ask. I didn't realize the mic was in the shot there.
No, me either.
Thank you, Shelly. We really appreciate anybody who jumped on. Like I said, this is the first time, and I think we're for sure going to have to use the hotspot from now on. It seemed to work so much better once we had the hotspot. So I think we got at least a little bit figured out, and we'll get it dialed in as we go forward here. Let me go back to the banners here.
We did lose our background.
Yeah, my light. I'm ill prepared. I should have charged it more. This is information for tomorrow night. We will be at the Haunted Haymond House doing a public investigation from 8:30 p.m. to midnight. It's only $20, and you get to come hang out with us and investigate. We will be there to help out Teresa to raise some money for the Haymond. We're not keeping any money. It's all going back to the Haymond House. We will be bringing all of our equipment. Depending on what everybody wants to do, we'll probably give everybody some time to explore on their own as well, if that's something you would want to do. And there's
Hey,
Teresa. Thank you.
Yeah,
we really
maybe
appreciate
you
it.
guys will be lucky enough to have something as crazy as that.
Yeah,
happen, so.
exactly. I wouldn't put it past that place. So we'll be there. I think there's a couple spots left. I don't know if they filled up, but go to the Haunted Haymond Facebook page and message them if you want to join us. Let's see, I missed a question here. Beefmeister, I helped found this group. Myself and my cousin Rich founded WVPI in 2007. So I've been doing it for, like I said, almost 15 years. I know Scott's been doing it for a long time as well. He was in a different group, and Scott says he's got to charge some batteries. Yeah, me too. I know. I'm slacking. But Scott's been doing it a long time. He might answer in the comments how long he's been doing it. Vanessa is relatively, compared to the rest of us, new to it, but she's been doing it for a few years as well, so she has plenty of experience. We've been together as WVPI, the three of us, for
3 years.
around 3 years now. So we're gelling together as well. We're still learning, like I said. Yeah, Scott's about the same as me, 2007 off and on. And I was the same way. I took a few breaks in between there. Yeah, we'll be live streaming at 8 o'clock tomorrow. We will live stream the announcement of what we will be giving away when we hit 500 subs on YouTube. So there's a little scroller across the bottom over here. We're doing a giveaway when we hit 500 subs. Tomorrow at 8 o'clock, we will be announcing what that prize is, what the giveaway is. So tune in for that. Depending on what the guests of the public want to do, we may go live if they're okay with that. If not, once the public is over, myself, Vanessa, and Scott are probably going to hang out for at least a while, if not longer, and we'll probably do some live there as well. Yes, we are Eastern time. Thank you. We'll be in West Virginia, so 8 p.m. Eastern time.
Maybe we will catch you at another event, Glenn.
Yeah, Glenn, we
More
definitely.
towards your area.
Yeah, if we head up to that area, we'll definitely let you know for sure. So, yeah, if anybody's interested in joining us tomorrow, let us know or let the Haunted Haymond House Facebook page know so we can reserve your spot. Like I said, it's only $20 and you get to hang out and investigate with us. So, I mean, what more could you ask for? Hey, Sandy. I think you might have just jumped on. We actually just rewatched the Haymond House episode that we filmed for Forgotten Relics. So if you didn't get to watch that, go check out our YouTube page, youtube.com/WVPara. That's where we post all of our episodes. And our Haymond House episode is up there. And we just did a live rewatch to that with commentary. So after this stream is over, you can go back and rewatch that with our commentary if you'd like to.
Yeah, we have been a handful of times, and we are never disappointed.
Next
Awesome.
weekend, awesome. Yeah, for sure. Like I said, we'll be there tomorrow night. So, hey, thanks for watching, Samurai. We really appreciate it. Awesome. We appreciate that. Yeah, absolutely, Beefmeister. We're, like I said,
It'd be nice to know your actual name. So
Yeah.
every time he calls you Beefmeister, I have to laugh.
We're planning on doing some other live events from the Haymond and from some other locations. Vanessa mentioned it earlier, but if whoever's still on, if you haven't seen Crescent, it's SCI Crescent, State Correctional Institute Crescent, in Crescent, PA. Jack, yeah, that's good.
Hey.
Thanks, Jack. Crescent is a absolutely unbelievable location that we were actually one of the first teams to ever get to investigate it. Unfortunately, our episode didn't come out before some of the others will, just because we're so slammed, but we were actually there before a lot of the other teams got to get in there. So we're super fortunate, but we will be doing a public investigation. This is all tentative. We still have to get final confirmation, but October 26th, which is a Tuesday. It'll be 12 hours worth of access. You'll have time to see it during the daytime and then get a little bit of free roam while it's light out and see everything. This place is huge.
So-
it's 30 buildings and 30 some acres.
It's actually the whole total property is over 200 acres, but we are limited to the
Right.
30. That's where the majority of it is. And I will say that there are some other, the privates are really booking up for 2022. Yeah, 2022.
Two,
My
yeah.
brain, there's too many twos.
Mhm.
So if that's something you're interested, check out their page for that. There are a few publics going on. Ours is going to be a smaller, more intimate event. The price is going to be reasonable, so that way, you know, you guys can afford it and check it out and hang out with us and just a handful of other people. So
Yeah, so once we get everything finalized, we'll be posting links to purchase tickets to join us for that.
mhm.
And then we also have, unrelated to the publics, we have investigations planned in a couple weeks, and toward the end of September, we're going to be filming, and another one in October that we're going to be filming. So right now we have College Hill,
Middle Point.
Middle Point,
Crescent.
Crescent, Archive.
Oh.
Right now we have 4 episodes already in the books that are waiting to be released, and then we're going to do 2 more. So the content is slowly but surely coming along, and we're filming more and more throughout the year. And then, like I said, we're going to do more live content like this because this doesn't take any editing, and I love that.
I would really like to go back and do a live at the Archive of the Afterlife as well.
Yes.
That's definitely an interesting place to check out. So.
Yes, absolutely, Glenn. Prayers, 9/11, absolutely. Yes, Archive of the Afterlife is owned by our friend Steve. It's in Cameron, West Virginia. It is a paranormal museum, and the artifacts he has there are just crazy. And we had some really, really intense experiences there. So we can't wait for you guys to see that as well.
Scott, I'm not slacking. It's John slacking on giving me
He
the
said
evidence
he's
to-
slacking.
I know that he is, but I am trying very hard, and I've yet to see my
Yeah,
drive.
Sandy, let us know for sure. We have some places in Virginia that are on the books to check out at some point. I've been to Alabama before, but never to investigate.
I've never been to Alabama.
Hey, Shelly,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
absolutely. If, like I said, once we release the information, you should join us. It's going to be a blast.
Crescent has definitely become one of my top places as of
Yeah.
now. It's really cool.
Scott says he's slacking on evidence review. That's
That's what I
okay.
said,
I'm
yeah.
slacking on editing as well, so don't tell anybody.
We're trying really hard.
Thanks, Glenn. We're gonna keep the live streams coming for sure. Sorry, I clicked on the wrong way. Yeah, absolutely, Jack. Yeah, I love it as well. Interacting with you guys is half the fun of doing this in the first place. That's what we wanted to try to get some stuff out there so we can share our love and everything of the paranormal with you guys. Yeah, Bell Grove Plantation. That is John Sullivan, who was in here earlier. They do a lot of the publics there, and we're
I
going to
would
work
like
with
to try to
them
get there. Yeah.
and hopefully go to Bell Grove because it looks like a phenomenal place as well. Yeah, absolutely, Sandy. Those are all the big West Virginia hotspots that the Penn and Tala are on our list to film at for sure. Sweet Springs, we have 2 episodes, and Haymond, we have 1, and we will be going back. I mean, obviously for the public tomorrow, but we're going to go back and film maybe this year when it gets cold because Haymond is fully heated, has
Yeah.
indoor plumbing that works, bathrooms and showers.
Bathrooms.
If anybody investigates, you don't know, you know
Bathrooms
how
with
rare
ghosts,
that is.
Dude,
Yeah.
like you're not just alone in there.
So you can go here during the winter, which for most places is not an option. So we'll probably go back in maybe November or December and film the revisit for Haymond, hopefully. But yeah, the Penn and Tala, we have to release episodes from there. as
And
well.
beds.
Oh,
yes.
yeah, and
nice
beds. Nice, comfy beds. Everybody can sleep in. So yeah, if any investigators here are looking for places, you must go to the Haymond house for sure. Yeah, exactly, Sandy. 100%. I mean, you might not sleep well. I mean, it won't be because of the beds, but it might be because something else is bugging you. But at least you can sleep there.
We really do want to do Tala, which is Trans-Allegheny. It is a little bit on the more expensive side, but
Yeah.
it's something we definitely want to try to accomplish.
That's another good thing about Haymond. I mean, it's obviously not as big as Tala, like physically, but it's incredibly reasonably priced to reserve for a private investigation. Like half of what smaller places charge, smaller than that charge. Tala it's like $2,000 plus for a private.
Because you got to buy like the insurance
Right.
and stuff.
So if you're doing 20 people, it's not bad. When you're doing 3 or 4 people, that's a lot of money.
I think Moundsville would probably happen before Tala. Because
Yeah,
we definitely
Moundsville-
talked about Moundsville
will
soon.
happen for sure. And for anybody who doesn't know, we don't get paid to do this. This is all out of pocket. We do this for the love of it.
I really want to get to Madison Seminary and Fairfield at some point. That's my 2.
Yeah, so that Belgrove that Glenn mentioned, the Octagon Mansion in Withville is
The
on the
Alms
list.
House.
The Greene County Poorhouse, the Alms House. Those are ones that we've talked about going to. We have an investigation. Shout out to Austin and the Underground Paranormal Network. If you watched our most recent episodes that dropped from the Williams County Jail, Austin was the interview in that. He's helped us out a ton. We have the West Point Middle School episode, and we're filming the episode in October at one of the Underground Paranormal Network's locations as well. So
I think the Estes at the Williams County Jail was pretty good too. There.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely, Glenn. Yeah, John, all of those guys. We're super excited to investigate with them, work with them, and check out Belgrove because it looks crazy. Anybody else have any last questions here? Yeah. I mean, if anybody else has any locations, please let us know. It doesn't have to be a huge, well-known location. Glenn's given us a couple that we are looking into. If you guys know like a old school building or old railroad station or anything along those lines, we don't do residentials anymore, like in-home investigations just for liability purposes. But if you know any other places, like I said, let us know. We're always looking for new places.
Yeah, non-residential though.
Yes.
You cannot be living there. Nobody can be living there. Live people can't be living there.
Sandy, we've actually talked about that. I talked about a couple months ago. I think we had discussed it. Yeah. My brother lives in North Carolina, so where you go down, he's not in that area, but we're looking for places down in like the North Carolina, Virginia, South Carolina area. So yeah, absolutely. We would definitely. We've never done a battleship. So one thing we want to do is like try new places. Like we've done schools and we've done hospitals and we've done museums and we've done antique stores and we've done just different stuff, but we're looking for new things. So the one place we're going in October is totally different. The place we're going in September is totally different. And a battleship would be totally different for sure.
Awesome.
Thank you, Glenn. Have a good night. We appreciate it.
Check us out tomorrow. We'll be looking for you.
Oh, wow.
They're
not as bad as Alaska, for sure. But
is that Alaska?
Yeah.
Okay. Or is that? Yeah, that's
Alaska. Right?
Yeah. It is. My brain slowed down for a second. It is definitely Alaska.
Okay.
AK's Alaska, right?
I don't know.
I was thinking Arkansas. But... Arkansas is AS, right?
No.
What is Arkansas? We need to go back to middle school.
I gotta look up. Yeah,
it's Alaska.
Yeah, I was right. She got me second guessing myself.
My brain had to reboot for a second.
Yeah, not as bad as Alaska for sure, but they're not good.
I always wanted to go to Alaska.
Yeah, me too. There's got to be haunted places in Alaska, I'm sure. I mean, last winter wasn't bad.
It's hit or miss. It gets really
as
cold.
Some of them have been, but we get some pretty massive snowstorms from time to time.
Good night.
Sorry. Yeah, I agree. We love going to places that have never been investigated or very rarely been investigated. Sometimes the spirits are more willing to interact in that case.
Definitely.
Scott's bowing out for the night.
Night,
So
Scott.
I want everybody to go find any post on West Virginia Paranormal Investigations Facebook page. It doesn't matter. It can be from a year ago. It can be from 2 years ago. It can be from 6 months ago. Go find a post and write, "We miss you, Scott." He gets all the notifications for the Facebook page.
Courtney misses him.
Go write, "We miss you, Scott." So next time we do the live, he'll join us. And he doesn't like getting weird notifications from old posts. So find old random posts and write, "We miss you, Scott." And it'll be hilarious. Good night, Shelly. Thank you for jumping on.
I hope he was off of there when you said that so he doesn't know.
Yeah, exactly. Miss you, Scott. Thank you, Sandy. Yeah,
Good
we
luck in
appreciate
the
it.
drawing tomorrow.
Yeah. Well, the drawing's not tomorrow.
If we hit 500 subscribers.
If we hit 500, yeah.
Which we are going to.
I hope so. Jack, what is mercy? I don't know what mercy is. Hashtag we miss you, Scott. Yes, that is fantastic. Hashtag we miss you, Scott. We try not to, I mean, if we never set up like a GoFundMe or anything like that, or not GoFundMe, like a PayPal or anything like that. But if we got a decent enough following and we had enough support, I mean, it would be awesome to have merch.
Yeah, we've talked about it. So it's kind of my fault. We don't.
Well, I mean, we totally redid I had some old shirts, but we redid the name of the web series and we redid our logo. So those, yeah.
Do you guys want like t-shirts or like mugs, or what kind of stuff are you guys into if you have preferences? T-shirts?
I mean, that's definitely something that we've discussed and will probably happen at some point.
Yeah.
I mean, anything that we can do to help fund it. Like I said, right now we're paying everything out of pocket. So yes and yes, perfect. Once we get to, like I said, right now we're trying to get to 500 so we can do the giveaway. But once we get to 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, we can become what's called monetized, and we can start getting money for the views on our videos. So once we get to 1,000, we can start using that money that we get from the videos to put back into investigation so we can go to different places. And the more money we get, the cooler places we can go, obviously. So we're planning on doing some traveling, hopefully to the Midwest, maybe to like Indiana, Iowa, Missouri, something like that. Yeah, Villisca is awesome. Shout out to Johnny Hauser, who helps run the tours there. He's a friend of mine. So if anybody has seen any of the TV shows from Villisca, they've seen Johnny, and he's a really good guy. But like places like that, we're going to obviously need some funds to do that. And we're not asking you guys to do that. All we're asking you guys to do is go subscribe.
And share.
And share and like and comment. And
hashtag Scott, we miss you.
Yeah, we miss you, Scott. Hashtag. All right, guys. My mic is about to die. Again, I did not prepare well enough for this. I wasn't expecting a 2-hour live stream either. So I'm going to get off here. Last thing before we go, I'll put the banner back up real quick. Tomorrow night, 8:30 to midnight, we will be at the Haymond House in Sutton, West Virginia for a public hunt. If you guys want to join us, it's only $20. Go subscribe to the YouTube page. Once we hit 500 subscribers, we will be doing a giveaway for a custom-made piece of ghost hunting equipment, which we will announce tomorrow night on live stream. Yes. So anybody who's interested, check it out. But thanks to everybody who jumped on the stream tonight. We really appreciate it. We'll be doing more of this soon, I promise. So make sure sorry for the technical difficulties, but we think we got it figured out at least. Thank you all so much, and we look forward to seeing you guys soon.
Bye.
Peace.